From its violent birth to the way it quietly shapes life on Earth, these 20 facts about the moon build to one absolute jaw-dropper at number 1 that explains why we might not exist without it. 20 facts, counting down, and wait until you hear number 1. Here's number 20. The moon measures 2,159 miles in diameter, which makes it roughly 1/4 the width of planet Earth. Its surface area is comparable to the continent of Africa, providing a huge territory for future lunar bases and scientific outposts. At number 19, the moon averages 238,900 miles away from Earth, so you could fit 30 Earths in the gap between them. Despite this vast separation, its apparent size in the sky creates the perfect conditions for both total and annular solar eclipses. Number 18. The moon cycles through 8 major phases over a period of 29.5 days as sunlight illuminates its face differently. From thin crescent to brilliant full moon, these changes have guided calendars, agriculture, and mythology for civilizations throughout human history on Earth. Here's number 17. Because the moon has virtually no atmosphere, sounds cannot travel there, and the sky remains pitch black, even during the bright lunar daytime hours. Without weather or wind, the footprints and rover tracks from decades ago will stay preserved on the surface for many millions of years ahead. At number 16, the gravitational pull of the moon exerts force on our oceans to create high and low tides twice each lunar day around the world. Marine animals from corals to turtles have evolved reproductive cycles timed precisely to the lunar phases and the resulting tidal movements. Number 15. On July 20th of 1969, Neil Armstrong uttered his famous words as he became the first person to walk upon the moon. The Apollo 11 mission achieved what many thought impossible and inspired generations to look up at the moon with newfound wonder and ambition. Here's number 14. An astronaut weighing 180 pounds here on Earth would weigh only 30 pounds while walking and jumping around on the moon. This 1/6 gravity creates a floating sensation, allowing huge bounds and falls in slow motion during the Apollo surface excursions. At number 13, temperatures on the moon swing wildly from 250 degrees in direct sunlight down to negative 270 in the dark shadow. The lack of any atmosphere causes these extremes between the long daylight hours and equally long nights experienced on the lunar surface. Number 12. The moon is tidally locked to Earth, so the same side always faces us, while the far side remained unseen for centuries by humans. This happens because gravitational forces slowed the moon's spin until its rotation period matched its orbital period around our planet exactly. Here's number 11. Due to lunar libration, we can observe 59% of the moon's surface from Earth over the course of a month or so. The slight wobble in its orbit and rotation allows us to peek at additional slices of the hidden terrain over many observations. At number 10, the far side of the moon has almost none of the dark smooth maria we see on the near side and is heavily cratered instead. It was first photographed by a Soviet probe in 1959, showing a surface vastly different from the one facing our planet. Number 9. The lunar regolith is rich in helium, 3 gas deposited by the solar wind over 4 billion years, offering a potential clean energy source for Earth. Helium-3 could be mined and used in fusion reactors, providing safe power with minimal waste, making the moon a valuable future resource. Here's number 8. The moon experiences moonquakes that can last up to 1 hour long due to its lack of water and cooler, more rigid interior. These events are usually mild, but demonstrate how the gravitational tug of Earth still affects the geology of its silent companion satellite. At number 7, the moon's gravity is steadily slowing Earth's rotation by about 2.3 milliseconds every century through constant tidal interactions with the oceans. This effect has been going on for billions of years, gradually making our days longer than they were in the dinosaur era by hours. Number 6. Recent missions have confirmed that billions of tons of water ice lie hidden in permanently dark craters near the moon's north and south poles. This ice could one day provide drinking water, breathable oxygen, and hydrogen for rocket fuel to sustain future astronauts living on the lunar surface. Here's number 5. When Apollo 12 hit the moon with a rocket stage, it rang like a bell for nearly an hour as recorded by seismometers. The unexpected vibrations showed scientists that the moon has a stiff, dry interior that transmits seismic waves differently than our own planet does. At number 4. About 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized world called Theia smashed into Earth, scattering debris that eventually formed our moon. Lunar samples from Apollo missions confirmed this by showing moon rocks have almost identical composition to Earth's mantle materials from deep below surface. Number 3. The moon and sun appear almost exactly the same size in our sky, allowing the moon to create perfect total solar eclipses for us. This incredible coincidence is temporary because the moon is slowly drifting away, making total eclipses a thing of the past and distant future. Here's number 2. The moon is moving away from Earth at a rate of 1.5 inches every year, meaning it was much closer in the ancient past. In about 600 million years, it will look too small to fully cover the sun, ending total solar eclipses forever. And finally, the number 1 fact. Without the stabilizing gravitational pull of the moon, our Earth would tumble wildly on its axis, leading to extreme chaotic climate changes for life. The moon locks our axial tilt at 23.5 degrees to produce the regular seasons we depend upon for agriculture. Which one got you? Comment the number below and subscribe. There's a new list every day.